Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top. I'm going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad and Peep Squad and hit that notification bell. Know each and every time I drop a video and be the first one to comment and tell me how you feel. So let's get into it. Let's talk about none other than Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's out here talking about any and everything he can. He has not stepped down from the stand, baby. The judge done told Tekashi 6ix9ine, you giving up too much information. Please let it be yes and no answers. Too much. Hold up. We're not asking you for all that. I mean, Tekashi got comfortable on the stand the second, the third day. Baby, he was out here telling it like it is because he wants to make sure he don't go to jail. He wants to make sure he get time served, baby, and get up out of the prison, and maybe he might make a movie. So I think that is going to be Tekashi next step, because he also said that the NWA movie it's nothing compared to his life. Miss me with that bull crap. But anyways, let's get into Tekashi and Jim Jones. Basically, he identified Jim Jones on the phone with the alleged associate, with Treyway. That is a Treyway member. I think his name is Mel Murder or something like that. And basically, Jim Jones done got himself involved in this case. And you already know Jim Jones got some case going on down south when he got caught with pills and he got caught with weed and he was running from the police. He don't need this attention. He don't need this shit, but it might jumpstart his career again. But Jim Jones is a legend, and basically the memes are out here about Jim Jones. So let's listen to this. Let's see what's cracking.
He definitely humiliating Shadi right now. But
well, you got the picture up there next to the post. Like when you go to YouTube and World Star, they got his picture next to the shit. Everything he say, they got a split screen with Shadi picture next to the shit. I said, this shit crazy, son. But he's doing that to make K9 think he don't got no relationship with boy. That's what he's trying to do. He trying to separate himself.
that's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna go run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. And he just canceled all his shows.
And he ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
That's what Shadi needs to make sure he do.
Nah,
Tell that nigga that he's not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Nigga, Shadi need to expose him. Like,
nah, it's pussy. Never to do. Yeah, they got a TMZ. TMZ want to talk to niggas on Monday. So Shadi like, you want me? Crippy. I think he said,
you don't need to be on no TMZ. Let Shadi be on TMZ.
I'm not gonna get on it, but he wanted me to talk to nigga and tell nigga what happened, like, cause my lap first. You feel me? So he want.
You don't say nothing. You let Shadi handle that shit, bro. You don't say nothing.
So don't say nothing.
Nah, Shadi gotta handle that shit. He get on TMZ. He need to talk his talk and he talk his shit. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
And he need to be very, very, very articulate about what he's saying, why he made people think that nigga was a gang member. He needs to let niggas know that he was never a gang member. He was always a money ploy for the gang members. And he got to figure it out. But they gonna have to violate Shorty, because Shorty on some bullshit.
Yep.
Shorty think he gonna be going to the strip clubs and all that type of shit. Like, Shorty better get on his A game.
Shadi, I already know Shadi. You know that nigga is a demon, homie. You know that nigga live for shit like this, homie. He gonna treat that nigga like he was blowing Chinese shit up. He gonna be lying with that nigga shit up. He don't got nothing to lose no more. This is all he had.
Well, he better get to violating. He better stalk Shorty every move. One of them security better get hit. Something better happen.
Nigga better start mobbing, nigga.
He better start doing something. Once he start tearing the security down, ain't no security gonna want that job. He gonna have to stay in the house pretty soon. That's it. That's what happens. Once security, like, nah, he's too much of a liability. I'm not gonna protect nobody that know that is causing harm to us. No. And that's all these niggas gotta say. Well, Shadi, let niggas know, man, bro, we gonna tear the security up, bro. We not even worried about you, bro. You ain't even, we gonna tear the security up. Once niggas start doing that, the security gonna be like, listen, bro, I ain't in it for this, bro. You gonna have to do this shit on your own time, bro.
You can't. The security out in New York can't run around with fire on them, right?
Nah, niggas, or unless they ex-police, but it don't matter at that time because they doing an illegal job. You dig? And it don't matter because if Shadi didn't run down on them, they can't pull their gun out to shoot nobody unless a gun is pulled out.
Check
it out now.
Oh man, like damn. Jim Jones is all in it, talking about super violating. Shadi need to run down on his security. They're talking about guns. He needs to be violated. Like, like something got to happen to the situation. I'm like, damn, Jim Jones and got himself all mixed up in the bullshit, baby. And he's on the phone with one of the guys that's already been charged. I think his name is mail murder, whatever the case may be. He seemed like he is a complete plumb fool. He's a complete idiot. Jim Jones is basically saying that, Shadi's an idiot too, and you're gonna do an interview with TMZ. He was like, you better articulate yourself the right way. You better make sure you do something, And basically the dude Mel Murder was like, yo, listen, if that's his name, whoever Jim Jones is on the phone with was just like basically, he's gonna have to get security guards and all this other stuff. And Jim Jones was like, he don't got that type of money to get security guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't making that type of paper, that type of change and shit like that. And the dude was like, oh yeah. So it seems like there was a bunch of idiots running around, Treyway, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Excuse my language. It just seems like the OG, the head person of the gang, which was I believe Shorty and some other, maybe 2 other people, or whatever the case is. It's like they ran around like Rambo. You know what they should have did? All their criminal acts, they should have recorded it, videotaped it, made their own goddamn movie, sold the footage to TMZ, sold the footage to the news people, sold the footage to the blogs, because everybody got them on videotape doing this. Shootouts, they got them on videotape. Barcade Center, they got them on videotape there. Hotel lobby robbery, got them on videotape there. They got Tekashi, trying to put a hit out on the Chicago crew out there. Basically he snitched on them, and they got him on the phone. TMZ got him on the phone talking about putting a hit. First it was 20,000, then it went down to 10,000 because they missed the target. It was like, damn, like these people was complete freaking plumb fools. Each and every one of them, the way they was running around and acting out here in these streets. But then Tekashi also talks about when he was kidnapped. So, basically they turned on Tekashi because Tekashi was like, yo, you guys are robbing me. I'm getting kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that were supposed to be protecting him and helping his image out here in these streets basically started to rob him. They robbed him, set him up, and then basically they didn't like him no more. It is what it is. And they was taking more money than they shouldn't have been taking, because they were supposed to split it down the middle. They were supposed to split the money evenly, but that didn't happen. Shadi just started, I'm just gonna take all his money, give him like 15K, 30K or whatever, when he was originally getting 250K. And once Tekashi realized that, he was all over the place. He went to, Angie Martinez, basically telling her the info. Tekashi was way out of his limits. And also them talking about that he's not Jim Jones saying that you got to let him know that he's not a part of the gang. You know what? That's on tape too, and they're using that in court. So basically that helps the Tekashi case, where he said that he wasn't a gang member, he was just an associate. So basically he can't get charged with that, racketeering, and he's making it seem like he was being extorted and he's an innocent victim. So basically the recordings are actually helping Tekashi out here in this situation. So they done did way too much. I'm like, yo, what is really going on with this situation? I mean, way too much. They were just out here doing the most, basically with no reprehension, no repercussions. They didn't think they was gonna get caught. Like, what movie was they living? Did they think they was on Power? Like, what's going on? Did they think they was on Power? For real, they act like they was really living a TV show out here. Tekashi's on stand. All the tweets that you see are Tekashi basically saying that he was scared. He lied a little bit about his story when he first got robbed. When he did an interview with Angie Martinez, he didn't want to seem like he was an outright sucker or outright this, but he also said his movies will be better than NWA, and I don't believe that. But it is what it is. It'll be the modern day gangster movie. But it basically was a rise and fall. It wasn't even that long that they was on top. It was like if they had a whole different person that was calling the shots other than Shadi, because Shadi was supposed to be the OG because he's in his 30s. He was the leader or whatever the case may be. Yes, he he seen Tekashi 6ix9ine, he was a person that he can make money off. He's a person he can make bank off, because people like light-skinned people like anybody other than black people doing black things. Like if you light-skinned, or if you Hispanic, or you Caucasian, and you got corn braids, and you got the tattoos and all that other stuff, and you imitate black people, act like you black, and you got black people co-signing you, people will love you, people will support you, they'll put you on a pedestal, for actually, and perpetrating that you are black, or trying to perpetrate what people think, how black people act and how black people carry themselves. Now if you can do that and you of another race other than black, people will put you on that pedestal, the record labels will come through, the blogs will come through, the media will come through, people will come through, you'll get followers and the whole 9 yards, and people will put you up there like, hey. And so that's what happened with Tekashi. He was a great person to actually have as a front person, and somebody to fake their lyrics. This is not the first time we heard about people faking their lyrics and they're not really gang members. Tekashi said to himself while he was on the stand that he was nothing but a troll. He said a troll is to antagonize people and to do people in, or whatever the case may be. But Tekashi was the perfect image. He was Mexican. He was light skinned. He had straight hair that had rainbow and tattoos. He had a deep voice, and then he had a bunch of real gang members behind him and putting him on that pedestal like he's down with us. You mess with him, you mess with us, and blase and the third. So Tekashi thought that he was in the Godfather. He was calling all types of shop, talking about take this person out, take that person out, get this person, and causing all types of commotion and beef. If they focused on the money and the bag and building, they would have been a whole different place. Now Shadi got 15 years. The rest of the people got all these years, and Tekashi is trying to escape time. He's trying to get out. The Mexican, I said a question last video I did on Tekashi. I was like, is he gonna come back to rap, or he's gonna do Mexican music? And then a bunch of Mexican people was on Instagram, and big Mexican entertainers was saying, we'll take Tekashi back. Why we'll take Tekashi back? Because he ratted on black people. He didn't rat on Mexican people. So it is what it is. And Shadi's a complete plum fool, an idiot. Jim Jones is a complete fool, talking to this mother effer on the phone. You should have talked to him in person. Like, what's going on with this situation? I mean, they was doing the most. They was carrying weapons, but they don't even have they don't have bodies on them. They don't have keys. They don't have 100 keys. They don't have 500 keys. They don't have any type of, all this is like petty crime, petty gang, petty crime that like little kids doing shit. Broad daylight. Boom, 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 with the blicker, boom, just pulling it up like you ain't never had a blicker before, like you don't even know how to use it, like, no caution, no nothing. Imagine if you lived on the street or the block where none other than Shadi and his people lived on, like, you'll be totally, like, living in terror, especially when they're blasting music out there, smoking, drinking, yelling, fighting, pulling off the blinker and you popping off the blinker, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if you live next door to these people, like, oh my goodness, because we have people like this in some neighborhoods that terrorize the regular people that just live in the hood because they can't get out, but they want to get out. So it is what it is with this situation. I was like, OMG. And then Tekashi talked about, Cardi B being a blood, or whatever the case may be, that she's a blood. But Cardi B made sure she's told them that she is not, down with 9 Trey. She's not in Trey way, Trey 9, whatever the case may be. But she's a blood by the way of Star Brim, or whatever the case may be. We already know Cardi B is facing charges, and she has, her own case to deal with. And one of the girls, that one of the bartenders that's actually actually pressed charges against Cardi B is actually, I think her name is Jada something. She's dating, Tekashi 6ix9ine, so they snitching all the way around the board, baby. So it is what it is with that situation. But Cardi B was like, yo, listen, I don't know what he's talking about. Tekashi was like, I don't know him. I never met him. I didn't talk to him. I don't know nothing about him. And we already know that Tekashi 6ix9ine did a song with Nicki Minaj. I wonder if he got any info on Nicki Minaj and her boyfriend or whatever she does. Because if he does, he's going to be snitching and telling the police. I hope Kanye West didn't say shit around Tekashi 6ix9ine, because Tekashi 6ix9ine is informing on everybody. Anybody what a snitch is, who's the rank in the gang. He's pointing out gang members that are in the jail, who's the head officials. He is trying to get out. He is trying to survive. And he was talking about he was so scared when he got robbed, he didn't even think that he was going to see his daughter. Baby, he was putting on the act. He was part of it. He was living that life. He believed the shit himself that he was actually a thug, a gang member. He believed it. He was in it to win it. But baby, reality kicked in. And when you are a lick, and Tekashi was a lick, but he was a lick that was calling shots for a little bit until they got sick of him and they felt like they can take all his money and then they want to rob him and take him. So, you know, it is what it is. They could have been Death Row. They could have been any type of record label, but Shadi was a crooked, grimy person where he couldn't see past what he was doing. He had a record label. He had Navarro as an attorney, as entertainment attorney. I mean, he could have had it going. He could have set up so many different people. He could have built so much in his community too as well. He could have made sure that inmates that was in the gang, you know, they got skills, they got job opportunities. He could have did a lot with that money, boy. But all they did was get high, do drugs, have sex, and that's it. And now he got 15 years. He only enjoyed that lifestyle for like a year and a half, almost 2 years that they was on top. When you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Sometimes you get locked up in prison, and that's where he's at. And Tekashi's not trying to be locked up. He's not trying to be nobody's girlfriend, because baby, he looked like he could be Miss Daniel Hernandez. Mrs. Daniel Hernandez. I was like, what is going on, baby? And Tekashi was scared for his life, boy. He was scared. But when he got into the business, when he was rocking with Shadi and all of them, he was down with it. He was with it until Shadi kicked him out the car. When Tekashi 6ix9ine said that they put the lick on, you know, Rap-A-Lot, J Prince or whatever, and Tekashi got really scared. I mean, Shadi got really scared, and he told Tekashi get out the car because he was nervous. Tekashi had the blicker on him, and then he had to catch the subway. And then we have none other than J Prince said that's not true. J Prince is saying, I did not get robbed. That is not true. And he did not get denied into a venue. He got denied into my son's party. You know, J Prince is out here saying, you guys did not rob me. Don't even be trying to act like I was one of your licks. You know, J Prince is out here saying, nah, it didn't go down. You didn't rob my former associates or the people that work for me. Nah, it didn't happen like that. It didn't go down like that, or whatever the case may be. But we seen the footage, we seen the video. So J Prince, it is what it is. Shadi had to blicker at your people. I don't know what you talking about. But this violence and this bullshit, they could have been doing so much better. They could have did a whole lot. Shadi didn't have one fucking brain cell, not one at all in his head. And then I'm just like, damn, what is real? I mean, he didn't have like one brain cell. And Tekashi didn't have a brain cell either. He just wanted to be on. He was just a troll that was trying to get put on. And he got put on with Shadi, and then DJ Academics put him on to DJ Academics is heartbroken. But it is what it is. Yes, Tekashi's out here snitching. He's trying to save his life. And he done put his daughter in danger. He done put his mama in danger. He done put everybody in danger. And he probably ain't got $1 to his name or a penny to his name. But you know what? A record label might pick him up and might think they could be able to sell. And, you know, Skinny from the 9, basically, he said me and Tekashi are one and the same. We both have the same problems because, you know, Skinny from the 9 was snitching too. So, so he was like, he can't really judge Tekashi 6ix9ine. So Tekashi 6ix9ine 6ix9ine took the stand, and he was ready and he was willing to tell it all. I mean, he was like a tape recorder, and the judge had to pause him and say, hey, you giving us too much. We didn't ask you for all that. You even got, you know, Cardi B's record label coming out, Atlantic Record coming out talking about Cardi B is not a gang member. She signed to us. Cardi B coming out saying that I am a blood. So it is what it is. So we're going to see who else is going to get in trouble behind Tekashi 6ix9ine. Anybody that did music with him, anybody was next to him, you better make sure you start to protest and make sure they take you off of, you know, they take you off the song. They revamp the song and take your voice off of it too as well. If you got any dealings with Shadi could have been on top of the world. By this year now, he could have had like 8 or 9, you know, artists going all the way to the top. He ended up signing Fetty Wap. He signed Alexis Sky. He has some other people. He had Skinny from the 9. He also had, Tekashi 6ix9ine. He could have did a whole lot, but he was too busy acting stupid, and he didn't look for the future, because he could have put his whole family on the map. He could have made sure that, his family under him would have been able to remove a generational curse and have generational wealth. He could have made it happen, but he was just too dumb. As soon as you started making money with Tekashi that was over $100,000, you should put everything on hold. Cut this. Don't talk to me. I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm going legit. We're gonna have security that is our people, and that's that. So right now, I don't think Tekashi can come back into rap music, but you know what? It's up to the young kids. It's up to the young generation to actually choose whether Tekashi music would sell or not. But Tekashi did have a lot of Caucasian fans too as well, a lot of Spanish fans too as well, a lot of Asian fans too as well. So it's up to anybody from the ages of 11 to 22 to basically see if Tekashi is going to get a shot. So basically, it's up to the young generation, and a lot of people don't care about snitching. You know what I'm saying? And like Tekashi was involved in crime. He was committing crimes. He was carrying guns. He was doing drugs. He was all involved in the mix. It wasn't like he was an innocent bystander or anything like that. He's just as bad as the rest of them. Only thing is he did it for the fame, and he did it for being a troll, and he just wanted that power, and he thought that this was the right way to go do it, because nobody will believe this kid with rainbow hair and all these rainbow grills in his mouth will believe that he was serious about anything that he was saying, unless he was backed by somebody, and he was backed by Shorty. So, and Treyway, 9 Treyway, whatever. So like, they gotta be, I believe Shadi and his people are going to face some consequences. How come there wasn't anybody over 9 Trey, basically to say that, yo, you moving all wrong, you moving foul, you can't be doing this? They had to be tweak on drugs to think what they were doing, they was going to get away with it. They had to be, for real. But it goes to show you, crime doesn't pay, and if you actually get a way out the hood, take it. I think Shadi was afraid to leave. I think Shadi didn't know how to leave. I think Shadi didn't understand, and that's where OG should have came in, that was in their 50s, or he should have talked to show him, like, this is how you do it. You move around like this, you do that, blase in the third. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're putting this image out there for Tekashi do his thing, he signed nice contract with you, you make money off of him, you put that money back into your label, back into your artists, put more artists on, and then you make a name for yourself, which you guys did. But you couldn't stay out of the streets, you couldn't stay out of being grimy, you couldn't stay out of robbing the person you were supposed to attack, the person that was funding your corporation. You couldn't you couldn't be greedy from him, you had to rob him too. Like, come on, miss me with that crap. Like, they wildin'. So there goes the show. That's it. That's all, folks. We'll see if Tekashi gets time served, because supposedly Tekashi, he's hoping that he could get time served and he'll be out by 2020. He'll be out by January. I don't know if he's gonna, I would think he will be in witness protection, but I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if his mom still lives in New York. They still walking around. Peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby.